Hi everyone, it's Kelly from Kelly's Bead Boutique. Today I'm going to show you how to take some simple components, change them around a little bit, and get a completely different look. So if you want to see what I'm going to make, come and join me. Okay, so today to make our hammered cap earrings, we're going to use a couple of these tiara cast connectors. I've got a few little antique brass bead caps. I've got a couple different kinds of check glass, a pair of ear wires. I have some 22 gauge craft wire. I also have our 4 basic tools that I'm going to use. I will put a link down below on how to use those tools because I've got them in a previous video. I'm also going to be using just a nylon hammer here. We don't want to use a regular hammer that's metal because we don't want to add any texture to our metals. And we're also going to be using a steel bench block. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place one of my little, and this is just like a little, it's about a 5mm bead cap. And I'm just going to place it on here. Now normally I would put it on the table, but if I do that the camera bounces around. So I'm just going to kind of hold it here and show you what I do. I'm just going to take it and just flatten it down. I just want to use this a little bit differently. So I'm going to flatten 2 of them because I'm going to make 2 pairs of earrings. And this is such a nice flat metal, it just takes a second to do that. So that's how we're going to start that part. So the first thing I'm going to do is place my little hammered cap on there. And then I'm going to place on this flattened rondelle. So what I'm going to be doing is bringing this long piece sort of up against the bead sharply because I want to have a nice sharp angle. I know it's hard when I've got my fingers there. And I want to bring this piece around to the front. It makes it a little bit easier for wrapping. So what I'm doing is crisscrossing these above each other like that. So now we want to leave a little bit of a gap because it does make it a little bit easier for when we're about to wrap that. So now I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and I'm going to come right into that little crease right there, right in that little sort of X, and I'm just going to pull that up. What I want to do is just make this sort of parallel with the bead. So now you can see how it looks this way. Now I'm going to just turn it so that I've got this on the top, and I'm just going to pull this down a little bit, sort of make it a bit more of an L. I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and go right over top of that. Get a good grip on that, and then I'm going to wrap this one around the long one 3 times. So I try to do 3 nice neat wraps. Then I'm going to turn this over, and using the flush part of my cutters, I'm going to come in on top and give that a little snip. Now I'm going to take that little burr that's there and just going to tuck it down gently, just a little bit. You don't want to squish too hard. So now what this has done is this has created a cute little embellishment on the front of that bead, and then we've turned the bead a different way, which is something a little bit unusual. Now I'm just going to build the rest of the piece. So I am going to take my little rondelle and then my other bead cap that's exactly the same but I haven't flattened it out and place that on top. Now I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and go right on top. I'm going to bend away, use my round nose pliers, come on top of that, and I want to go about 1/3 of the way up. I need a big enough hole to be able to put it through my connector. And you see I'm always forming my wire nicely around my tools. Now in order for this to go the right way, you need to turn it around backwards, pop it in the back, and then when you pull it around it'll be the right way. And I'm just going to come across the middle of that loop, and I'm going to wrap around nice and neat, probably 3 or 4 times. Bring that just so it's nice and snug against the bead cap. Come in and give that a little snip, and then now I'm going to come in and just give that a little push down. Now I'm going to add my ear wire, so I'm just going to open up the little part of the ear wire there, and you open those up just like a jump ring. You want to always make sure that you're opening up this way, never that way, because it'll break the neck. Pop the connector on there and then tighten that up nice and tight. So I'm just going to go off camera and finish the second one, and I'll be right back. So there you go, there's our hammered cap earrings. I love this little decorative feature. And I just wanted to show you how you can take something really simple like a bead cap, hammer it down a little bit flat, and it comes a really nice little sort of decorative thing. I also wanted to show how you can take a bead and flip it sideways. You don't have to run it up and down. Do something different with it. Go crazy. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give me a like. Please subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment if you can. I love to hear from everybody. And we'll see you in the next video.